Let's discuss. Rachel back again with another video, and as you could probably tell before clicking on this video, this is a little bit different than my normal videos. This is the first video I'm doing like this regarding a live show. I went to a show the other night. I had a fantastic time, saw a band I was really excited to see again. So I had been thinking since I started the channel really how I could incorporate the live shows I would end up going to. Obviously, we've been in lockdown since I've started my channel, really, though. This was the first show that I've went to since then that I was really, really excited to see a band for. So that is why I'm doing this. Let me know what you think of the video. What I'll do is I'll talk a little bit about my experience at the show. I will include some pictures and videos from the show. I will show off some merch that I got at the show, that sort of stuff. So it's all about the live experience. Let me know whether you'll like this, want to see more videos like this, if it's not really your thing, whatever the case may be, because going off of that, I may try to do more of these. I'll definitely be going to some more shows. So today I am going to be talking about going to see Erra. So this was my 7th or 8th time seeing Erra, and they are absolutely on top of it. If you have the chance to go see Erra in the upcoming months or next year, whatever the case may be, do it. Definitely do it. Going to this show, I was nervous going to. I'm sure a lot of people can probably relate to the fact that I've spent a lot of my time in this room here doing everything like this, where I'm not really, I'm interacting, but not to that level. And this was a big show, I would say. So I was nervous going to it, like, do I really want to do this? It's going to be a lot of people. But I am so glad that I went. So if you're feeling like that at all, I was feeling like that. I used to go to a ton of shows before lockdown, but it was weird to go back for me. Definitely try to get yourself out there, because I'm very glad that I went back. It was what I needed. So anyway, I went to the show. Like Moss to Flames opened. I've seen them a number of times as well. They absolutely killed it. Played The Preservation of Hate, their new track. It was awesome. Today I am going to focus on Erra's performance, because it was like the highlight of my night, and after their performance I kind of like was just like buzzing off of that. So that's really what I could tell you about. But Like Moss to Flames, excellent opener. The band's following definitely put on solid performances. So we're going to focus on Erra though. So I went, saw Like Moss to Flames open up. Erra comes out. They open up with Gungrave. It's amazing. That breakdown is as fantastic as you would imagine for it to be live. I got a decent spot, so we were quite close to the stage. I could see everything, which I'm not super tall, so sometimes that's not always the case. If there's someone super tall in front of me, I could see everything. Luckily, you know, so the filming that you'll see, some of it I took, and then some of it I was really busy jumping around and screaming all the words to, which if you see me in any of the videos on here, that is why. So Uncertain Memory took some of these videos. She was with me as well. Got to meet Jesse and JT as well, which I will get into that also. I'll do some chapters, because I'll probably end up talking a decent amount, cutting some stuff out. But anyway, so that the footage that you'll see in here, it's a mixture of the both of us have taken it on my phone, so yeah, they opened up with Gungrave, perfect opener, just like on the album, just comes in with that energy. That breakdown is just excellent live, just, you know, yelling all the lyrics and stuff. Really, I miss that feeling. So for them to open up with something like Gungrave, which was new off the album, new since the last time I saw them play and stuff, it was a decent amount of new material, the majority of the set list. I'll go through the entire set list with y'all, but after Gungrave, which I just immediately knew it was going to be an excellent set. The sound, phenomenal. There was one show I saw them at, I think it was Rage Fest or something like that, where a number of the bands, like the mics kept cutting out and stuff, and that was the last time I got to see them, and I was kind of bummed about that. So this time exceeded all of my expectations. Sound was on point. Everyone was sounding excellent. Their stage presence was incredible. JT just kind of like doing this thing, you know, the conductor thing. It was a lot of fun. So they opened up with Gungrave. After that, it goes into Scorpion Hymn, and yeah, another one that comes in with that energy, just everybody kind of losing their minds. It was a really big show. The headliner was August Burns Red, but there was a ton of people there for Erra and for like Moss, which is awesome to see. I don't like really when I go to a show and I'm really excited for like, you know, some of the support, and then the crowd is just like not there yet. It's not as fun, but people were into this, so I was really happy to see that. Going into Scorpion Hymn, excellent song to see live. Probably in terms of how much I've listened to each song off the self-titled album, I haven't revisited Scorpion as much as I have the other tracks, but it's a perfect album to me, no skips. So I was really stoked to see that live and kind of reconnect with that song. There's still all of these songs for me I'm able to yell all the lyrics along to and stuff, luckily, because I have listened to this a lot of times. After Scorpion, it went into Divisionary, which was probably one of my favorite songs off of the set to see. It was just a totally different experience. I'll include somewhere in this little thing right here a little clip of the outro of Divisionary. It was just something about like yelling that and being in that crowd and just seeing that live, the outro to Divisionary. It was everything that I had hoped it would be, other than, so I was really hoping Shadow Autonomous would be on the set list. It wasn't. Understandable. I don't make the set list. Maybe they'll one day do a headliner or something soon and they'll play the full album or something, because really it would be hard to pick songs off there. But I'd love to see Shadow Autonomous live. Other than wanting to see the chorus of that song, Divisionary outro was a next really big one on the list for me wanting to see. So I was very glad to have that. After that, they did a little chunk of older songs. So it went from Eye of God, which that was right before self-titled, but I believe that's before they switched off of Sumerian, so not included in the album. Still a banger of a song. I've seen it live once before at Rage Fest, and yeah, they definitely delivered on that song. It's still so damn good. What else? So in this stretch of songs as well, so it was Eye of God, Irreversible, Breach. Those are the 3 songs that were not on self-titled that they played. They played them all in a row. And in this mess of older songs, I was having a fantastic time jumping around, yelling all the words out, and in between songs, right before Irreversible, I believe. It was before Breach or Irreversible, but it's such a blur looking back on it because of the amount of adrenaline that coursed through my body at this moment that it's hard for me to remember. I'm 99% sure it was right before Irreversible, but it was in between songs, and JT just said, "This goes out to our friend Rachel Reacts," and I was like, what? That's me. And I was so excited. Like, it was just a totally different experience. I've never had anything like that happen to me in my life. So it was really cool. We lost our minds at that point. And yeah, I guess just had me very jumbled at that moment. And I just, I definitely cannot thank Erra enough for how kind they have been to me. I feel like, I try to at least touch on the subject of like mental health and stuff on the channel and be as transparent without oversharing with y'all as I can when it comes to canceling streams and things like that. And for me, this experience was like everything that I had needed. So for that to happen, like, I lost my mind. It was so cool. Yeah, so for me, big thanks to Erra. That was so cool for me. I truly, like, it was one of the coolest moments, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I was really stoked on that, stoked to hear some older stuff. Really glad that Irreversible and Breach were on there, especially Irreversible. I love that track, and I'm glad to see them still playing it. After the stretch of 3 songs that aren't on self-titled, it goes back into Vanish Canvas, which is one of my favorite songs of this entire year. It did not disappoint live. Another one just kind of like singing along those lyrics, seeing it live, seeing the energy that they were having a lot of fun playing these songs on stage, which is something that adds a lot to the performance, I feel like, especially because it hasn't just been difficult for us not to be going to shows this last year and a half or something. It's been hard on these bands too. That is what they do, and I imagine having those connections and seeing people so into the art that you are putting out and stuff is a huge part of it that's rewarding and stuff. So seeing them back on stage and all of that, it was really, really awesome. And also just being able to experience the chorus of Vanish Canvas live, that last verse, all of it. It was something else. I will include, all the clips at the end here. I got clips. I didn't do much, so as soon as Eye of God came on, I was kind of really jam into that, and I was like, I will get some more older songs later in the set, because they'll definitely play other stuff. But then as soon as JT said that, I really lost it for a second. So I don't think there's anything of Irreversible or Breach, but all the new tracks I did get footage of. I apologize. We were too busy absolutely losing our minds over that. So they went into Vanish Canvas, 10 out of 10 live. It was everything I had hoped it would be, which I was nervous about too, because it's the same as what I spoke about a bit when I was going to do that Erra live stream. and the album was coming out, and I was so hyped. It's like, there is so much hype around this. I hope that I haven't like been unfair and like it's not possible to deliver on this, but it was magical live. Vanish Canvas, absolutely. Closing with Snowblood was absolutely the way. That last breakdown, the O, all of it just kind of brings that energy back around, if you will, like opening with Gungrave and Scorpion Hymn, and then like closing out with Snowblood. Erra brings a lot of energy in all of their tracks, but those are just like, they had key moments that I had a ton of fun in the crowd with. Yeah, I mean, I just had the best time, and afterwards, I got merch. I will show you the merch here in a moment as well. The merch, very on point as well, as you would expect from Erra. And after their set, I did get to meet Jesse and JT. It was fantastic, amazing, really cool to be able to kind of meet the artists behind the stuff that, because I've seen that, I've met them twice before. They just don't know that. I didn't have a YouTube channel, and I did not have blue hair. But it's definitely different when like meeting a band when they also knew who I was. Like it was very strange for me, but so surreal, because I've told the story. I think maybe it was on the live stream, or maybe it was on one of the reaction videos, but I've been a fan of Erra for a very long time. It was like 2012 or the end of 2011 or something like that, and I was working at a pizza restaurant. I was young, waitressing there, and one of the delivery drivers was like, "Hey, come sit in my car and listen to this album. I think you'll really like it." And I was like, okay. And that was my introduction to Erra. So it was very, Impulse had just come out, and that was what we listened to. So from there forward, I really loved Erra. I got into Ghost Atlas a few years after that. It was a bit after that, probably like 2015 or something. Jesse Cash, one of my favorite musicians when it comes to vocals, when it comes to his guitar playing. So it was definitely surreal for me to be able to meet them and be like, thank you for all of this, because for me, I mean, without these bands, I really am unsure of what I would have been doing over the last year and a half, and just being able to have this community with people that I have connected so deeply with regarding this, these bands, this music, it was super cool, and they are so kind. They were so sweet. Fantastic time all around, excellent performance, excellent people. I had the best time. So now we're going to talk a little bit of merch, and then I will include the clips at the end here, and that will really be it. And then, yeah, of course, please let me know what you thought of this. If you like this, want to see more style like this, a video on the channel, because we have shows coming. So the first piece of merch I'm wearing, so it will be a little bit difficult to show you, but it actually is my favorite one. So the front, Erra talks about the LP a little bit. It's got the Snowblood, and then, gosh, this is gonna be difficult. You can't see it. All right. You can see the rose design back on there. I'll put a picture of it in here as well, the back design, because it's kind of hard to see on my person, but it has the rose, which I love. It's one of my favorite Erra designs that I've seen thus far, and then it has Erra in big letters on the other side. So I love that. I got some more stuff here. I bought everything for clothing. I didn't have any of it. I was excited. I bought it all, and I regret nothing. This is probably one of my second favorites because of the big front design. It's nice. It's got the kind of worn color. I love a good front design on a shirt, so love that one. This one I had seen online, but I didn't have it, so I bought it. And this is all LP5 merch. This one's the Scorpion Hymn one. What else? Oh, another long sleeve, which I have one in this color that's similar in short sleeve, but I really liked the long sleeve design as well, and winter is coming, so. Yeah. What else? Save the hoodie for, that is last. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm wearing this shirt. Yeah, and then the hoodie. which is super soft. I love this hoodie. Got the LP5 logo. And then the track list. Yeah, I just can't really help myself with the merch, especially Erra merch. So that is my merch haul from the show. Got a lot of good new Erra stuff to be rocking. I had, again, the best time. I will include these clips, pictures, and such at the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Again, let me know what you thought, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, huge shout out to Erra for being the absolute best. I love them. It was wonderful. Also, on meeting them, I got to see Trey from Invent Animate. He's touring with Fit for a King, so when I went to meet Jesse and JT, Trey was there too. So it was a very neat time. Very good time all around. Shout out to the person who was there, who said at the show, who said that they were on the Erra live stream. That was kind of cool as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will link all Erra's merch, social media. If there is like a universal link for tickets for the tour that they're on, it's probably just their website or something. That will also be there. Check to see if they've got a date near you. I highly, highly suggest going to see them live. It is a wonderful show. So everything that you may need is in the description of this video in terms of links for Erra, links for myself, any of that information you can find there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.
Until next time.